Be honest for a second. Have you ever caught yourself staring at some celebrity, wondering how her face is so symmetrical, and a second later, looked at your own in the mirror and thought, why does mine look so wrong? I'm ugly. Stop. You're not. Almost no face is perfectly symmetrical. Even people considered extremely beautiful show small differences the moment you flip the image. The truth is, your habits are actively reshaping your bone structure every single day. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix that naturally. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's fix this. First, before we even think about makeup, we need to stop the damage that's actually being caused. Specifically, the habits that cause facial asymmetry, because it's not always genetics. The first habit is so common, you've probably already done it today. Your body is one giant chain of muscles. If you always cross your right leg over your left, your spine curves, your neck tilts, and your jaw shifts to the opposite side just to keep your eyes level. So that crooked jaw of yours might actually be coming from the way you sit. Sit with both feet flat on the floor or cross your legs evenly, 5 minutes on one side and 5 on the other. Sounds weird, but watch how your tension headaches and your asymmetry start to improve. Another big one is chewing on one side only. It's one of the most common causes of facial asymmetry. Most people have a dominant chewing side. You put the food on one side and, without thinking, keep using that same side. The problem is, when one side of the jaw works way more than the other, the muscles get completely different stimulation. It's like training one arm way more than the other. To fix this, try chewing with both sides of your face. If that's hard for you, start by chewing gum with your less used side. After a few days, your brain adjusts, and you'll be using both sides without even feeling weird about it. The last habit that destroys facial harmony happens while you're asleep. If you sleep on your side or on your stomach, you're pressing about 10 pounds of head weight against one side of your face for 7 to 8 hours every single night. That pressure deepens your smile lines and, slowly, compresses one side of your face. If you want real symmetry, you need to train yourself to sleep on your back. Or, if you can manage it, alternate between both sides. Now that we've put a stop to the damage you're causing, we need to talk about why some faces just stand out. It's not only about bone structure, it's about facial contrast. When two images sit side by side, the one with more defined features and higher contrast is the one your eyes go to first. That happens because your brain is naturally wired to search for clear definition. That's why your eyes, your lip line, your jawline, and all those little details completely change how your face gets perceived. And to understand how that works, we need to split the face into 3 parts. Think of your face as 3 regions. The first goes from your hairline to your eyebrows. The second goes from your eyebrows to the tip of your nose. And the third goes from the tip of your nose to your chin. Those are the 3 regions that make up your facial thirds. When they look relatively balanced with each other, your face tends to read as more harmonious. But when one of them grabs way more attention than the others, there are small visual choices you can make to bring that balance back. Take Dakota Johnson, for example. She naturally has a bigger forehead, which means the upper third of her face is more prominent. But she solved that smartly with bangs, which instantly balanced out her proportions and gave her features a much more harmonious, well-proportioned look. If you also feel like your forehead looks a little too big and it's throwing off your face, you can try certain hairstyles, soft layers falling near the forehead, curtain bangs, or even just how you part your hair. All of that can help frame your face and make your facial thirds look more balanced. Now, it doesn't matter how good your haircut is if your eyes look like a mummy's. You can have a beautiful eye shape, long lashes, flawless makeup. But if your eyes look puffy, tired, or the area around them is too dark, the whole thing loses definition. That instantly reduces the contrast in your face and makes you look sick to the brain, even if you feel completely fine. This is usually caused by 2 things: blue light exposure and inflammation from a bad sleep routine. To fix it, obviously, you need to sleep. But for an instant fix, you can use a cold compress or 2 metal spoons. Press them against your eyelids for 30 seconds every morning. The intense cold instantly depuffs the area, and the whites of your eyes look brighter, which creates contrast against your iris. Now, an exercise to fix asymmetry. If one of your eyes looks droopier or sits a little lower, gently pull it outward with your finger and try to close it while holding that position. That activates the orbicularis oculi, the circular muscle around your eye, and helps lift and firm up that area. balancing out any asymmetry. Just like the rest of your body, your face has muscles too. Do this exercise 20 times right before bed, but you can make your eyes stand out even more with long lashes. I know every glow-up video on TikTok is screaming at you to put castor oil on your lashes, but if you want long, dark lashes, avoid anything that causes irritation and go for something light instead, like pure aloe vera gel. Aloe vera contains enzymes and vitamins that dissolve dead skin cells and hydrate your lashes without weighing them down. Use a clean spoolie to apply it to your lashes every night. Since it's lightweight, it won't get into your eyes and blind you the way the oil does. Your lips also work as a point of contrast on your face. If your lips are pale, grayish, dry, or blend into the rest of your face, that creates that low visual weight, making you look tired even when you're wide awake. So to fix it, let's start with the basics. If your lips are pale or white, you're probably low in iron or vitamin B12. Your blood literally doesn't have enough red pigment to show through your skin. And if they're brown, you're probably not wearing sunscreen, since lips don't have melanin to protect themselves from the sun. Use an SPF lip balm to protect them. To remove that layer of dry skin caused by constant layers of gloss and lipstick, you can also do a gentle exfoliation, which you probably already know. All you need is sugar and honey. Rub it gently in circular motions for 30 seconds, twice a week. Basically, you're removing that dead layer of skin and getting blood flowing to the surface, which instantly restores that natural pink pigment. To create that natural contrast, cut a fresh beetroot and rub it directly onto your lips. That natural pigment doesn't just sit on top of your lips, it gets absorbed into them. And the best part is, it can even help with lip hyperpigmentation over time. So now that your face is leveled up, it's time to level up your outfit.
Baby, 'cause you're all black, no bite in love. Boy, this guy is dressed to the nines. A perfect 10 out of 10. I'd waste in my